If you haven't voted yet, go to the suburbanbish.com and vote for your favorite sellers in this year's Bish's Naughty Awards. You go to the suburbanbish.com and it's real obvious. There's a button in the middle of the screen to click to vote. There's 20 some categories and you can vote for your favorite sellers. And then on January 4th, there's an award show. And this is the second annual one of those. Bishy is not here to tell us all about it yet. So welcome in, guys. This is my weekly preview of my Ephemera and Antique Smalls show that I do on Sunday. If you want to participate in it, you can just show up on Sunday and bid on what people request, or you can request things that you see in the preview. I post the preview to my Facebook page and my YouTube channel, where it sits all weekend, and you can rewatch it and send me screenshots. If you want that card, just take a screenshot of it and message it to me on Whatnot, and I will pre-list it. I'm going to start with the Ephemera, and all the stuff in the Ephemera area has $2 starts. If you see something you want, message it to me and I'll list it for $2. I'm just going to pan over everything. You can get those two 50s and 70s Knott's Berry Farm things for $1. There's some New York life insurance calendar pages, can be $1. Got some trade cards and arcade cards, postcards. Hey, Reg. A little bit rough on the ends, but that's a pretty neat new chief headdress, an advertising headdress for apples. This is some sort of student artwork portfolio. Have all those for $1. Old Jello advertising book. Interesting hidden mother. The mother's hand in the photo and that cabinet card. Welcome in. This is my preview for Sunday. You can send me screenshots of the items or lots of items, like this lot of Christmas postcards. Message to me on Whatnot, and I will list it and run them in the order that they are received. After I do the Ephemera, I'll walk across the room and we'll do the Antique Smalls. This says it was hand signed by Conway Twitty. Whole sheet of grape labels. A little pile of old prescriptions. It's like they're from the 40s. It's like somebody was taking phenobarbital. Chips and Sissy, were you in my show the other day when I showed the gas station that said Mussolini? A little pile of greeting cards. Yeah, there was a gas station the other day. That Mussolini snapshot, there was a gas station that had Mussolini written on it. And I looked it up. They did hang Mussolini and his people. And I don't know how many fascists they hung up there. But they did it at a gas station. So that If anybody was in my show the other day and saw that probably was the gas station. Neat envelopes here. Pan American Exposition, 1901. This is really cool here. It's got a bell. Look how fancy this envelope is. And it's from 1864. A couple seed packets. Welcome in. This is my preview of my Sunday Ephemera and Antique Smalls auction. If you see something you want, just take a screenshot and send it to me, and I will run it in the order that they are received on Sunday morning. I start at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. I do this every week. JCPenney's memo book. It's a 1965 Walt Disney comic book. Ted Williams autograph with some sort of authentication on the back of it. That's a reproduction of the Titanic menu. It's an old one, but obviously it's a reproduction. Whole big thick pile of color snapshots that are vintage, look like they're probably from the 70s, 80s, something like that. Couple Liebig trade cards. Couple of very fancy calling cards. '38 Raleigh's Almanac. Did you hear the Farmer's Almanac is going out of business? Apparently the old Farmer's Almanac will remain in business. The new Farmer's Almanac is going out. They were not able to sustain profitability in the golden age of America. That's a newspaper from 1873 from Boston, the Home Circle. 1919 People's Home Journal magazine, the big one. I honestly don't know the difference between the Farmer's Almanac and the old Farmer's Almanac. More grapes. Knott's Berry Farm Tea Room menu from 1944. Just before I started doing this, I saw a Times article that said that Orange Man just appealed to the Supreme Court to overturn the ruling by the appeals court that made him pay the food stamp benefits for this month. So if you are on food stamps, I am sorry. I did not vote for Orange Man. Erie, 1865. This is the way I found it in this plastic. It says it has Civil War news. I did not verify that. Rag. For some reason, that's funnier when you red chat that and just don't say boobies or PayPal. Hey, Chunky. But welcome in. If you just got here and don't know what I'm doing the preview for Sunday. Every Friday night, I do a preview like this, and people take screenshots of things they want, and they go like that. Send it to me in whatnot messages, and then I list it and run it for Sunday morning, or on Sunday morning. That's probably a pretty neat Watkins Glen souvenir guide, 1901. And let's see what we have on the table over here. We got some little golden books, a Harper's Weekly from 1909, a Youth Companion from 1899, a Woman's World from 1930, a whole big envelope full of envelopes with foreign stamps on them. A lot of them are airmail. That can all be won money. And anything you see in this ephemera area, it's $2 starts. Hey, Deb. Deb, you missed most of my cassette show. It was a jolly good time. All right, so that was the ephemera stuff. I'm going to cover up the camera and walk across the room like so. And then I'm going to show the stuff that's the antique smalls. All the ephemera is $2 starts, and all the antique smalls are $5 starts. And if you wonder why I have such a goofy-ass method of doing it, and it seems like a pain in the butt to have to send me screenshots, I think it works out better that way, because you watch a half-hour preview, and then you send me screenshots, and I list it, and you can pre-bid or sit through the relatively short show on Sunday, rather than me scanning all this stuff and pulling it down one at a time when somebody requests it. Sorry, Batman, I should have told you to close your eyes, but then you'd still be in the dark. Butterfly does not like the dark. She is constantly telling me to turn the high beams on. Old soldier photo, probably World War I. I don't know if it's looks like it might be a real photo postcard. I didn't take it out of there. I need a jiggle filter on my phone. Thanks for the follow, Craymooney. And again, all these are $5 starts. And there is a lot of stuff that ends up selling for just opening bid. So if you want to take a screenshot and message it to me of something you want, and I will let you know when I have them listed, so you can just go in and you can pre-bid. This is full of those safety flares. I think there's 3 in the can. All mid-century planter. Can I light one? I think Butterfly will come down and smack me with my plastic hand. Hey, Dover. How are you? Dover, did you see Maine was selling the other night? Do you still attend his shows? Okay. You don't attend his shows? Okay. I won't worry about trying to contact you when he's on then. Junkie, if you're still here, I got a wad of tissue paper with kitties on it that I got from Maine, and it's in the package he sent me. Welcome in. This is my preview for Sunday. If you see something you want me to run for $5 on Sunday morning, just take a screenshot of it and message it to me on Whatnot, and I'll pre-list it and run it. And if you're bored this weekend, I think all weekend long is Paperpalooza in the Ephemera category. I believe Chip and Sissy and Cat's Dance Mom are selling in that. And if you're a seller, feel free to advertise your shows at any point in any of my shows. You're going to be dressed as Willy Wonka tomorrow? What time is that, Rag? Batmom is coming out of retirement again. Batmom doesn't sell very often, but when she does, she's like a machine. She just keeps going. It's a pretty neat sewing pin box. It's full of pins. $115. I will have to try to remember to pay attention. I don't get my notifications all the time. Neat lighters. This is a lighter. You push the little button on the end and the top pops up, shaped like a football. Bunch of little glass vials that have watch parts in them. Oh, Chip and Sissy, that's convenient. I can probably remember that since it's at your normal time. This is a sterling thimble that's got it's got an engraved scene on it, but it's hard for me to, if you can see it. You can zoom in if you want to see what it looks like. I know I just moved it after I said that, so you can't. A Wayne poultry feed burlap bag. Any sports cards? No. Well, the only sports cards I have are those that are out of my shelves anyway. I probably have some old sports cards on my website, beforetimes.shop. But I usually only stick really old ones on there when I find them. Copy? Oh, like Roger, okay. Neat old butter paddle back there. If anybody's into cassette tapes, Saturday night I will be having a cassette tape show. I highly doubt anyone that's watching this will be interested, but I have about 400 and some cassettes listed for a show. And Sunday night, this stuff is going to be for Sunday morning, but Sunday night I will be having a pre-listed Ephemera show. Woohoo, Chip and Sissy. Chip and Sissy got more postcards. They've been finding some pretty good stuff in that lot of things that they're getting from Florida. And over here, these were out here last time and didn't get requested, so I made them into one giant lot of doilies. If somebody wants those doilies, you can get those all. And I combined those two piles of brand new sheer scarves. They've got the tags on them still, probably from the 60s. That all can be one money. Whole bunch of new old stock ribbon can be one money. This pile of hankies can be one money. Some of these still have the tags on them. And there are 2 sets in the original box. All that go together. I also added more sheer scarves. And this pile of scarves, I think they're all scarves. Really bright floral prints on those. Those can be one money. And a little pile of scarves there. Any coins? I don't think there's any coins that I have out for this week. Probably have some mint sets and a few coins in the buy now, but I don't have my buy now items up. They'll be up on Sunday. Any of these trays can be one money. Yes, every Friday I do a preview of my Sunday show and people send me screenshots. Like if you want this tray of letters, you just take a screenshot and message it to me on Whatnot. I will pre-list it and let you know when I've done that. And you can pre-bid or you can sit through my show on Sunday. These previews take about half an hour on Friday nights usually. And then my shows on Sunday, running the requests usually takes less than an hour and a half. But if I did this and sat here and took requests, I mean, I got thousands of items here. It would take me probably 8 hours. All the stuff here and the lots of things and the stuff here, these antique smalls are $5 starts. At the beginning of the preview, the Ephemera, those were $2 starts. But I'm on Facebook at Before Time Shop, and I'm on YouTube, same deal, at Before Time Shop. I post the preview to both of those, and you can go back and rewatch it. I started at 8 o'clock, so it's basically 25 minutes of looking at stuff, and I can take screenshots while you do it, and that's how I do the Sunday shows. I do pop-ups and other shows during the week, but every Friday I do a preview like this, and every Sunday I sell the stuff that people request. And if you haven't voted yet, go to thesuburbanbish.com and vote for your favorite sellers. There's like 20 some categories. The Bish family puts together, this is the second annual award show, and got a whole bunch of nominees from last month, and people vote for a month, and she's up to almost 1,000 votes so far. And so let everybody know about that. Pretty big production this year. There's prizes in every category. You get Amazon gift cards if you win. Alrighty. That was fun. So that was my preview. I do this every Friday at 8 Eastern Time. And the show on Sunday that this stuff gets requested to starts at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. And I usually have like 5,000 things in my buy now on Sundays too that you can make offers on. So I'm going to try to raid out. I had a cassette show earlier today, a pop-up, and it wouldn't let me raid. It looks like it's going to let me raid.